So guys, welcome to Trainmore 7. For those of you guys that don't know, Trainmores are 1 week out of each month where we get a chance to clear the decks, meaning we let our significant others, our spouses know, our kids know, hey, don't wait for me for dinner. I'm going, dad, mom's going to be working. We're going to be putting in extra effort. We're going to be getting started a little bit earlier. We're going to be going to see one more referral. We're going to make one more call. We're going to do more on Trainmore weeks so we can have more results. And guys, what happens is when you do more, you get more results. And then what happens is your belief level increases. And when that belief level increases and now you say, oh man, I really can write a Globe week. Wow, I really can write an Eagle. I can write a Leader's Eagle at 15,000. Then all of a sudden now a normal week shouldn't go back to a builder's week, right? It's like, okay, maybe I'm only going to write a green out on normal weeks, but doggone it, I can write Eagles. And guys, when that happens, those breakthroughs are monumental. They're huge, but they start with doing more, and hence that word train more. We do more training, we do more demos, we put in more hours, and we protect more families. So this particular week that we're in right now, guys, is what's known as Legends Week, okay, where the company is really recognizing and lifting up legends of the business, people that have been here a long time. And there's people here, guys, that were here way before, back in the day, like Rudy Siosin, who, these guys were here back in the days before there was CRMs, before there was, I want to say even before there was email, before there was the internet, before there were names and claims. People were out there knocking on doors. We hadn't even figured out the business to business market yet, but just knocking on doors, cold calling, canvassing areas, drawing maps on pieces of paper, doing pre-approach, getting referrals, just going to see, get belly to belly with people. Very, very, you might call it old school, but by golly, it worked. And it still works today. But we've got so many more tools at our disposal to make it kind of easier, if you will. So, but guys, I'm going to start off by just talking about legends for a second. So I'm going to ask you a rhetorical question. What does the word legend mean to you? Who do you picture as being a legend? A celebrity, a sports star, historical figure? Now, why do you see them as a legend? Was it because they were born into a great family? Is it because they have a lot of money? Or is it because they did something great that you'll always remember? The truth is, each person has their own legends. Everyone looks up to someone because they have impacted their life in a significant way and will never be forgotten. Inspirational author Matt Shana Dewayo wrote, "A champion is remembered, a legend is never forgotten." This week, we honor those legends who have paved the way for us to have the opportunity that we have today. Without these legends, there would be no lifetime renewals, no incentive trips to exotic resorts, no cash bonuses, and definitely not the Family Heritage Division culture that we've covet so much and have worked so hard to create. These are the men and women who not only produced at a high level for a long time, but did it without all the advantages that we have today. When the Family Heritage Division started back in 1989, they only had one product to sell. That was our cancer product. And guys, the benefits in that cancer product were about equal. The highest level benefits were equal to what our standard policy is today. It was called the Liberty Series. It goes way back. There were only two levels, preferred and standard. Okay. There were no claims. There were no return of premium checks to talk about in video, no existing names of clients, no iPads or Android tablets. The iPhone had not been invented, so there was no recording things like that. No incentives, no proven sales talk to train new agents. They used to joke about the 6-foot-tall trophy that they used to give out, but what they really gave out for record-breaking weeks was a free all-you-can-eat buffet at the Chinese restaurant across the street from the office. So, which, by the way, the office was a beat-down old shack at 406 High Street in Springfield, Ohio. Yet they persevered and produced despite the adversity to grow the company into what we all enjoy today. Now we can sell 6 different products plus our life products, two additional ones. We offer 4 levels of coverage, okay? Base, standard, preferred, and now elite, which our new elite plan, good gosh, it is like 2x what our old elite plan was just as recently as 3 years ago. We have the advantage of existing names of clients, claims, proven sales systems, a mobile sales app technology to rapidly get to those names, and incentives galore. These agents are legends to me because of how they impacted my opportunity. The truth is, you don't have to be the number 1 salesperson in Family Heritage Division this week to be a legend. You don't have to recruit more people than anyone this year. But if you think about it, you can attain legendary status with someone this week because you've impacted them in a way that they'll always remember. Maybe it's as simple as having that conversation with someone who was down and needed some encouragement. Maybe the family you protect this week could be that family who's going through cancer, heart attacks, or accidents, and you're a legend to them because you stopped by their house or place of business. Remember, everyone has their own legends. Maybe it's field recruiting someone who's miserable in their career and is searching for their opportunity to shine. Together, united, this week, we will be legends. So guys, I just wanted to start the day off with that little piece on what a legend is and what it means to me. And guys, I'm gonna get real with you guys here in just a minute. We're gonna share some good news here, but I'm actually getting ready to go out and do some field training today. I'm getting ready to do some things, and there's different seasons in the business, okay? And the business I'm responsible for right now is in a season where it needs me less in the office, still needs me interviewing and bringing in top talent, but also it needs me in the field developing that top talent and helping people get to new levels and creating more and more leaders. So I'm letting you guys all know this because there's going to be a wonderful opportunity out there for people that are stepping up, that are controlling their controllables, that are doing the things, the basics, nothing extraordinary, nothing out of the ordinary, but just the basics of our business the most consistently. Those people are going to be getting a lot of personal attention from their trainers. And for me too, to develop some next level leadership, because that's something that every organization needs, and ours is no different. So that being said, I've been listening to podcasts to get my head right. I'm going to share with you guys before we get done some of the affirmations, the positive affirmations that I was, as I went on my 45-minute walk this morning, I was literally talking to myself, okay, saying positive affirmations out loud. And I'll share with those a little bit before we get off today, because I'm pretty excited about it, because they work for sure. So guys, welcome to Legends Week. And let's share some good news from last week. There's a ton of it. We start off with career conversations, guys, talking to people about what we do. Now, I'll share with you guys on Trainmore weeks, every single morning, starting on Tuesday through Saturday, there's an update. It has all the people that are tops in sales, and it has all the people that are having career conversations and doing some recruiting activity. If you like to see your name up in lights, okay, one of the best ways to do that is to talk to somebody or 2 or 3 people early in the week about your career, because that'll shoot your name right up to the top of the field recruiting list, and your name will be up there in lights. So no easier way to do it. And it's so doggone controllable. It's just a matter of telling people who you are, what you were doing before, why you chose this, what it's done for you so far, and what you're excited about the next thing in the future. So the best is yet to come. So last week with Career Conversations, we had Bobby Bean with, I believe, her first official career conversation. And I know it's someone that she's excited about moving the process forward with. Ron Jones had one. Grant Formey Duvall had a career conversation. I ended up having a couple career conversations outside of my normal mass recruiting last week, as did Adam Woody. He had a couple of career conversations. And Trayvon Hardy, he just keeps on talking to people about what we do And he had 5 career conversations last week. Way to go, Trayvon. Guys, last week, our tops and demos, we recognized in 20 plus because of the holiday, the Independence Day on Tuesday. And so last week we had 4 people with 21 plus demonstrations. Bobby Bean had 21. Ron Jones had 26. Morgan Lawson had 27. And Katie Beertz also had 27. And guys, remember these names because you're going to see some of them later as we talk about top salespeople. Because why? Success leaves clues. All right. So last week, Adam Woody, you saw him recognized earlier, 2,189. Great job, Adam. Rachel Hutchinson last week had her Builders Week, wrote it all on Monday, and then she went to her first national sales meeting in about 4 years. Why? Why has she not been to them? Hasn't been because she hasn't qualified. She has. It's because she's been a full-time stay-at-home mom for the bulk of the last 4 years, taking full advantage of the freedom and flexibility that she earned. And now she's in a different season where her kids are getting of age where she can get back out and re-engage in her business. And she's done so in a big way. So congratulations, Rachel. Daisy last week, Villapando, 2,962 in premium, 28 hours, 16 demos. And that was before the weekend hours got added in. So I know she was pushing over the weekend too to make things happen. And she was fired up about earning that pairs competition. So Maria Klusinik, last week wrote 4,733, almost a green out before she hopped on an airplane on Wednesday morning and spent the rest of the week being pampered and just being around some of the incredible people that we had there at the Dallas sales meeting. It was truly amazing. You guys are going to see videos come out from that. But guys, here's the thing is never miss a trip. Never miss it. Because guys, it's not just a vacation. I mean, it is that we get to relax, but guys, it is the people, second to none, the incredible humans that we get to be around. And I hope we can have a couple of people that were on the trip. Zach, I know you were. I know most of our people that earned that trip are already actually in enrollments this morning because they're just fired up about making sure that they get on the next trip, which is going to be our Q3 incentive trip to Puerto Vallarta. But Morgan Lawson last week had a breakthrough week. Morgan's in an enrollment right now, actually, with Josiah. She wrote 5,596, her first green out. Way to go, Morgan. 32 hours in 4 days and 27 demos in 4 days. If you're doing the math at home, guys, that is 8 demos a day. And that is about 7 demos per day. So high activity, high performance. Okay. Congratulations, Morgan. Trish Mosier last week wrote an eagle. 10,682. Way to go, Trish. And our number 1 agent for the second week in a row in her second full week in the business, Bobby Bean, 2 full weeks, 2 eagles, 11,229. And she worked it full time with 40 hours and 21 demonstrations. So congratulations, you guys. We're going to hear from some of you, you guys on here in just a couple minutes about what you did last week to have such solid weeks. We recognize all of our agency builders whose teams wrote 10,000 in premium or more because that is on pace to become a market director, which is something that we are working really, really hard, guys. We're going to have at least 2, potentially 3 new market directors in our organization by the end of this year. And I've already decided that my personal goal is to develop at least 6 more market directors in 2024. So last week, Josiah Carr's team wrote 10,000 with 4 submits. Even though Josiah was in Dallas, he did not forget about his team. I know he had a high level of communication while away and still was encouraging them to big things. And then Casey's team, Casey wrote 19,000 last week also with 4 submits. And so just moving and grooving. Thank you guys all for staying the course and doing what you needed to do, even while your leaders were out of town at a very much deserved trip. So guys, we're going to hear from our hot hands now, Daisy, Maria, Morgan, and Bobby. Want to hear just a couple of, just 30 seconds to 60 seconds of fire. What's something that you were doing or you focused on last week? Or maybe something, whether it was emotional, whether it's some positive affirmations you were saying to yourself, positive self-talk. Maybe it was something that you finally said, you know what? Gosh, I really need to start using those rebuttals. and you started using them. Or maybe I need to ask more questions to make sure to help find a specific need in the introduction. So people going in, they know why they need it and they want it. They're just hoping that they can afford it. And so we'll start with Daisy. Builders Week last week. Daisy, how'd you do it? Hey, Daisy, if you're talking, you're on mute. Okay, I know we saw Daisy on here earlier. Maybe she had to hop off. All right, well, we're going to move over to, I think Maria is already in an enrollment today. Maria, if you're on, you can speak. This is going to be a quick one, guys, because we got people already moving and grooving. I know Josiah and Morgan were in an enrollment earlier. Morgan, are you on? Sounds good. We're going to move on up to Bobby. Bobby, I hope you got audio, because it is going to be the Hot Hand Bobby show this morning. You got 2 weeks under your belt, plus a little bit more, and are already closing in on 30,000 in premium for your career. I know with last week's numbers, you exceeded 25,000 for your career. So you've already got your first raise. You earned the quick start bonus in your first week. And Bobby, I know you're going to say you're just doing the deal, but just what are you doing that's helping you get off to such a strong start?
This just being a person, Michael actually rode with me on Friday, and one of the places that we went in there, I was excited and stuff, and the lady was not warm and welcoming, definitely had a guard up, and it was just like pulling teeth kind of to try to finally figure out what was going on. Come to find out, the reason why she didn't even really want to talk about anything, because she wasn't qualified. She just found out that she had a brain, or a hole in her brain. So it was just letting her talk and everything, and it was very moving, actually. But I'm making an appointment to go talk to her cousin this week. But then went next door to a business, and Julie, who was just very welcoming and wanted to talk and wanted to learn about it. And it's just amazing. And then while we were in that store with her, I actually ran into a nurse that I used to work with at the hospital. And I waited till she got done, and we actually stood outside and did the demo, and signed her up at her car. So just like, don't ever give up. Like, when you can see somebody and you can talk to them, just talk to them and just show them what we can do.
Bobby, I love it. There's a lot of top agents employ something called the 5-foot rule, meaning if somebody's within 5 feet of you, they're going to get a demo. They're going to see what we do. Not just talk about it, but show them what we do. Remember, guys, people learn 5 times more through their eyes than they do through their ears. Okay. Vision is huge. It is the number one sense that we have. So we want to make sure that we're utilizing that sense by physically showing people. If you find yourself talking to somebody about what we do, just stop for a second and say, hey, it's a lot easier to show you than to tell you about it. Can I show you something real quick? Guys, that's how I made my first ever sale to Retta Ladd back in November of 2001. And she's still on the books today. And that was my first referral too. She actually sent me next door to the chief of police, who then bought a heart policy from me the next day. So worked out real well. Bobby, thank you so much for sharing that. That is good stuff. So I'm going to go back here to the PowerPoint, and next here, guys, we want to recognize some people who finished fat on Friday. Guys, remember, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish that matters, okay? Some of us are going to have really strong starts to this week, today. Some people are already out in the field. I believe I saw Josiah writing business yesterday to get his week started off strong. And some of us are going to be challenged a little bit. That's okay. It's how you finish that matters. It's not, that momentum carries us through. And last week, these folks kept their nose to the grindstone and kept on pushing. So Adam last week had 9 hours on Friday, put in 5 demonstrations, protected a family. That family was a big one. They bought 4 policies for over $1,234 in premium, and that was 60% of his week, guys. So think about that. The first 4 days of the week produced 40%. The last 1 day of his week produced the other 60%. That is finishing fat. Speaking of that, Daisy last week on Friday put in 10 hours and 6 demonstrations, picked up a couple apps, one family, 2 apps for a 552, so a little smaller ones. And then on Saturday said, you know what? I'm just not done. I haven't got the results yet that I wanted to. So she put the open business open sign out in her window in her business and put in 5 more hours on Saturday, 2 more demonstrations during that time, and picked up 2 more apps for $1,474 in premium Saturday. That was 50% of her week. Way to never give up on a week, Daisy. You get the NAGAL shout out for the week. Never give up on a week if you guys are new. That's what NAGAL stands for. Bobby Bean, you just heard from her a second ago. She put in 9 hours on Friday, just a regular work day. 5 demonstrations. 2 of those families got protected. They bought 4 policies, just shy of $2,000 in premium, $1,949. And it was Friday's effort that put her up over her second eagle in as many weeks. So way to go, Bobby, and way to not rest on your laurels. And our biggest finish fat news today is Morgan. Morgan put in 9 hours on Friday. I know she and Daisy were just fired up as a tandem last week to go out and work really, really hard. And she said 9 hours, 7 demos on Friday, and protected 2 of those 7 families with 4 applications for just shy of a builder's week, 2,410 on Friday. And that was almost half of her week, half of her best week so far. So congratulations on that, Morgan, and for finishing strong. Adam, Daisy, Bobby, Morgan, very, very proud of you guys. Way to go. Moving forward. In other news, nobody in Sales Academy this week. That is by design so that we can focus on having best weeks in personal production. Nobody's got to train any brand new people coming out of Sales Academy on Thursday. So those of you guys that were in Sales Academy though last week, Thursday morning this week will be the CRM portion of your Sales Academy. So be sure that you've got that marked from 9 to about 12:30. And then we'll be right back out in the field making it happen. So congratulations, best week so far to Miss Morgan Lawson, 5,596. Guys, her start of her career has not been without challenge. It has not been without some blood, some sweat, even some tears, but she has persevered and continued to push through. And last week, even with a national holiday, averaging 8 hours and 7 demonstrations per day, had her best week in her first green out of her career. Super proud of you, Morgan. And that puts her right back on track for quick start. So get after it. Didn't have any new families protected, people protected, because we did finish Sales Academy on Friday, but we should have 3, maybe even 4 new agents with their first families protected today. We had some fun incentives going on last week. We actually had 3 different incentives going on. Our Red, White, and Boom incentive, guys, where we celebrate our financial independence. It was pretty simple. It was just have a green out, $5,000 in net annualized premium, and you earn $100 cash plus a Davenport Agency's shirt that you can sport and be proud of. And we want to congratulate Morgan for her first green out, first of many, 5596 last week. And then our other 2 green outers were actually Eagle Riders, Trish Mosier with 10,000 plus and Bobby Beam with 11,229. Congratulations, ladies. $100 each and a brand new t-shirt. Look for Nicole to be reaching out to get your sizes so we can get that out to you ASAP. We also did 2 other bonuses. We had a Monster Monday this past Monday, and that's Monster Monday, guys, is pretty straightforward. It's putting in a monster effort. Guys, if 8 to 9 hours is kind of a normal work week, 10 hours is a monster effort, right? If doing 6 demonstrations is a normal work day, then 8 demonstrations is a monster effort. And when you do that, as long as you protect at least one family in your first year, you earn a $100 date night bonus. Okay. If you're beyond your first year, you just need to protect 2 families, and you should, because your skill level should be high enough to do that with 8 demonstrations. That's 2 out of 8 is 1 out of 4, which is 25%. And anybody that's been here more than a year should certainly be closing at least 25% of the people that they sit down with. So last Monday, Adam put in 11 hours and 8 demonstrations and had 2 apps for $955 in premium. Congrats. And then Morgan came out with a boom, 10 hours, 10 demos, 4 apps, and she wrote 3,186 on Monday. So she actually had her best week of her career on Monday, just last week. So congratulations, and that's only going to continue to rise. But way to go, Morgan. Way to go, Adam. We did a fun pairs competition, guys, where last week, starting on Thursday, we paired everybody up with a team member. Some of you guys knew that team member. Some of you guys didn't know that team member, and you got a cool opportunity to meet someone new and really develop a relationship with one of our partners. I hope you took advantage of that and just create some friendly competition, while at the same time creating some camaraderie and some teamwork and some accountability. It's been said that we'll do for others sometimes what we won't do for ourselves. So knowing that somebody else is counting on you, I know for me, pushes me, gets me to do a little bit more than I otherwise would, which is a win-win situation. So, but last week, with the point system was pretty simple. It was 1 point for every hour worked, starting from Thursday, going through Sunday. It was 2 points for every demonstration given, and then 2 points for every family protected. Okay, so thank you guys for keeping your stats updated, getting those in a timely manner. But at the end of the day, with 107 points total, the winners of the competition, or earners, might I say, were Daisy and Morgan. So those two ladies will be getting a $100 bonus each. So congratulations, guys, on that. And congrats, Morgan, for really having a come out week. 3 for 3 on bonuses: Monster Monday, the pairs competition, and then of course the red, white, and boom competition as well. Very exciting to see. Guys, I do want to remind everybody that Puerto Vallarta is going to be off the chain. It is going to be one of the best trips you can ever imagine. And yes, we are going to have free food. Yes, we are going to have free drink. Yes, if you do earn this trip, you get an automatic invitation to the Davenport Fine Wedding, which is going to be taking place on the Thursday of that trip. And so, but guys, in addition to that, it's the people, it is the humans that we get to come into contact with and share and break bread with and hang out and spend time at the pool. It's sitting down with someone like meeting Dylan Buck face to face, the guy that created the Elevators podcast and is one of the most evolved humans I've ever met in my life, and just having some real conversations about how they think, what makes them tick, and just taking one nugget back home with you to be a better person than you are. Because guys, it's like Zig Ziglar said, 5 years from now, you'll be the same person you are today, except for 2 things: the books that you read and the people that you meet. So make sure you read good books and make sure you spend your time with really high quality people. So the qualifications, guys, are really simple. If you were here before the quarter started, then level 1, which is the trip for 1, is $45,000 in premium. Guys, that's only about $3,500 a week. Okay. We are coming up on week 3, so you need to be at about 10,000 to be on track. You'll want to stay on track and even get ahead. And this is a great week to get ahead, the first Trainmore of the quarter. Trip for 2 is level 2, and that's $55,000. That's just an extra $10,000. And in 13 weeks, that's an extra $800 a week, which is like one extra policy per week, one extra family protected. And then you can earn the trip for 2 with an extra night by selling $65,000 in premium. If you started your career and protected your first family in the third quarter, then you just knock off $10,000 off each of those levels. So trip for 1 is $35,000. I believe Bobby should earn the trip for 1 by Wednesday of this week. So keep on going, Bobby. It is exciting to see you blazing trails, and then we look forward to seeing you earn the level 2 and level 3, and having you and Steven really enjoy that trip. And guys, I want to see 15, 18, 20 of us going on this trip. We can also earn it for recruiting. 4 direct recruits in the quarter earns a trip for 1, 5 direct recruits in the quarter earns a trip for 2, and 6 direct recruits earns the extra night. But guys, it is going to be something special and a trip that you do not want to miss. Do want to remind everybody too, we are having a personal recruiting cash bonus. How it works is pretty simple. Invite a candidate to watch the career overview using our QR code. And then when they watch the video, submit an application questionnaire, and then they do need to set up a second interview with me. Okay. So these do need to be viable candidates, people that are open-minded to a career change. Okay. This isn't a video watching contest, if that makes sense. So then you can earn a $100 bonus. Okay. And guys, there's 4 parts to share. You want to write this down. Okay. If you want to know how to field recruit, and guys, it's just telling the truth. It's just telling your story. And the more you tell your story, the more excited you get about your story. And it just leads to good things. So 1, where did you come from? Like, what were you doing before this? If it wasn't sales, that gives people lots of confidence that, hey, I'm not in sales. Maybe I could do this too, right? Why did you choose this business to come work in? What was it that attracted you to it? Was it the cool people? Was it the positiveness? Was it the uncapped income potential? Was it residual income, or the chance to run your own business? That's what's going to attract other people too, at least the people that we want to attract. What excites you most about your career? Okay. Guys, it might be something that you've done. It might be something that you've seen. It might be, hey man, there's this gal Bobby that just started 3 weeks ago, and she's already made over $9,000 of income in like 2.5 weeks. It's insane what people are doing here. Okay, until you create your own personal awesome success story, share other people's. Okay, it's out there. And then what's something special that you've done since being here? Okay, just that's the 4 parts of your story. Just share it. And then, hey, if I shared with you a video, would you watch it? Great. And then the fortune is in the follow-up, guys, just like it is with anything. So be sure that we are recruiting. It is the real deal. Guys, this is Legends Week, and on big Trainmore weeks, the company puts out big bonuses. So I want to remind everybody, for 5K this week, a green out, it's a $100 cash bonus. Okay, by the way, Builders Week's also this week. They're doing a $100 cash bonus as long as you are new agents that started in Q2 or later are eligible for a $100 Builders Week bonus. Okay, so again, if you started your career less than 15 weeks ago, a Builders Week this week gets you 100 cash in addition to over $800 of commissions. So you do the math. Green out this week for everybody is $100. Okay, and a cool green out Legends Week polo shirt that you can sport proudly in the field and look sharp like this gentleman. For an Eagle this week, it's a $500 cash bonus. And that is the blue Legends Week Eagle shirt. At the double Eagle, $20,000 level, and we're going to have some people do that this week. That's a $1,000 cash bonus on top of $8,000 to $10,000 of commissions, plus the black, very sharp Legends Week t-shirt. And then the triple Eagle, $30,000 is a $1,500 cash on top of somewhere between $12,000 to $15,000 of commissions, plus a super pewter colored Legends Week polo shirt. So guys, get after it. Decide now which one, if you haven't already decided which one you're going to earn this week, and then just put in the controllable activity, and you will be glad that you did. So guys, I want to share with you something real quick. I was listening this morning on my walk to an episode of the Elevators podcast, and it's actually the 3rd time I've listened to this particular episode. It was called Hung by the Tongue. Has anybody listened to that one yet? Anybody listen to Hung by the Tongue? It's by Jordan Capt.
I've been about 3 or 4 times myself. It's awesome.
That's great. It really is. So guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, let me just show you real quick. Does everybody on here have Spotify? Can I see a show of hands? Anybody Spotify? Does anybody know that Spotify is a thing? You can listen to music on it, but it's really cool. It's this little green app right here. If you get it, and I don't think it's very expensive, but you can get what's called the Elevators podcast. Okay, that's what Elevators podcast looks like. It's not a very good picture to see on screen here, but the one that I was just listening to right before this was the Perfect Rookie Mindset, because I'm getting ready to go out and do and field train, and I want to do what perfect rookies should be doing. Anybody on here, would you, if you had your choice, would you like to be a perfect rookie if you're new? You would? Okay, good. I see some hands going up. That's awesome. Well, guys, the way you do it is you listen to people that are doing it that way. Now, of course, perfect, quote unquote, nobody's perfect, right? But guys, Tim Sakashnikov on this episode talks about how simple this business is and how people that overcomplicate it can really make a mess of things. But if you just keep it simple and do the basics. But I would really encourage you guys to get on the Elevators podcast and listen, guys. There's so much great information. So I wanted to share with you guys today something. So while I walked today, I actually took, I transcribed one of the, if I can find it here real quick, it is, all right, here we go, inbox. So I transcribed the, yeah, here we go, positive affirmations. So I'm going to read to you guys a little piece here from this morning's. This one's called "Hung by the Tongue," and Jordan Capt, who is absolutely knocking the cover off the ball in this business, he has self-talk. Guys, your self-talk is your inner dialogue. It's what you say to yourself, and it's what you say, and either it's positive and you speak into existence positive things and success. Some of us, though, if we don't have positive things we're saying out loud, we can default to the negative on the inside and have some pretty negative inner dialogue going, which can lead to things that we really don't want. So Jordan shares, he says, I am statements. I am unstoppable. I am protecting multiple families today. 2 out of 3 days are the easiest things I've ever done. Quality people are pouring into my business. People can't wait for me to send them a career overview video. Everyone I recruit writes an eagle in their first week. Like these are inner dialogue and outer. You have to say them out loud. The words have to come out of your mouth and leave your lips. Okay. Your brain does not detect just simple thoughts. Okay. You have to actually have the words come out of your mouth for it to hit your subconscious. That's a fact. So why do you say all this? So whatever we confess, we eventually possess. Jordan says here, never use your words to describe your current situation. Use your words to improve your situation. And guys, I want to share with you because I listened to this a couple of weeks ago and absolutely loved it. And I thought to myself, I would love to transcribe this. So today I would listen to a one, and then I would flip it over to an email that I sent to myself and just speak it into it. So it was back and forth. And I got this whole thing done today, and I'm pretty excited about it because I too am going to print this up, laminate it, and keep it in various places. One of my places being the shower. So where I can have some good positive self-talk. So let me just share this with you guys. Today is the best day of the year. I am a multimillionaire. I am financially independent. I'm the son of a king. I have royal blood in my veins. I am the definition of discipline. I invented consistency. When those two words are spoken, people rightfully think of me. The fruits of these habits are compounding and multiplying every second. I share these fruits with all who know me, and there's a feast for all. My enthusiasm and my spirit have never known more abundance. Mediocrity and fear are alien to my life, and neither exist in my universe. My cup is not half empty. It's not half full. It overflows. I'm a solution seeker. I'm a smart, loving, courageous leader. When I fall, I get up so fast people don't know I fell. I'm a people meeting machine. A 2 out of 3 day is as much of me as my own beating heart. I get 6 demos a day, no matter what. Power couples are flowing into our business every week. I hire quality agents every month who are excited to build here long term. Clients can't wait to give me referrals. I'm paying full price to live the life of my dreams. I'm the answer to several prayers a day. My obedience every waking moment is someone else's deliverance. The Davenport family is a free family. We are helping other families become free. I have incredible, amazing children with limitless potential. My relationships are second to none. I'm a free man, partner, and father. I'm a patriot. We are impacting generations to come by the choices we are making right now. I met the mid-year meeting this year. I met the Q3 incentive trip in Puerto Vallarta with my toes in the sand and my new bride by my side. My premium is growing every day. My renewals are growing every day. The business I write stays on the books for life. I am a top-notch agency owner who pours into people and develops them to be the absolute best version of themselves. And so it is. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you today and just kind of get real with you for a moment here and let you know that, guys, I have the same challenges and battle the same battles that you guys do. I have self-doubt, part of me is like, man, do you still have it? You've been doing this other part of your business for so long. Can you still get out there and make the magic happen? And guys, you know what's got me in a great mindset right now? One that's way better than the one that I had when I went to bed last night is my positive self-talk, is listening to the Elevators podcast and getting positive things going through my head, speaking positivity into existence, because right now I am now fired up to get out there, get to Burlington as quickly as possible and go and just go love on some people with Michael Putnam in the field today. And Michael may see 5 families protected. He may see no families protected, but what he will see, it's going to be 6 demonstrations, and we're going to be having a good time. We're going to be speaking it into existence and creating the future that we want for ourselves. So just wanted to get real with you guys for a minute right there and let you know that we're all human, and man, we all have the same challenges, and I'm no different. So I'm just excited to get out there today and make that happen with each and every one of you. And so, guys, I just want to encourage us, guys. Watch your thoughts, for they become your words, and watch your words, for they become your reality. And so, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out to be on today. Remember that tomorrow there will not be a Zoom. Here, we are actually going to be, hold on a second, share, here we go, share. No Zoom tomorrow. This is something I've been having a good time with on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Trainmore is putting this up and seeing how many people log on at 8 a.m. to the Zoom for that. But yeah, just go ahead right now, guys, in your phones where you have that reminder for 8 a.m. for the Zoom on Tuesday and Thursday, just change those to 9 a.m. and it's a conference call. And this is the conference call number. It's 857-347-0770. It's at 9 a.m. So it's 1 hour difference. The reason for that is there are people in all 4 time zones that are going to be on this call, even out west on the West Coast, and it's 6 a.m. for them. So we're not going to ask them to get on a conference call at 5 a.m., but they are getting on at 6 a.m. So for us, guys, what we want to do is not be robbed of an hour of our day because of that being started. What you want to do is get out there tomorrow at 7:45 and get in front of a few people. Okay, shake a couple of hands before the gatekeepers show up. Get that first demo under your belt and then hop on that 9 a.m. call. You will feel so doggone good about yourself and what you're doing. It's hard to describe. So guys, we're going to end up on this note right here. And I just want to share that this is a testimonial from Debbie McGlone. It's one that all of us should have in our iPads. It's one of the best ones out there for the heart policy. We paid the McGlone family $134,989. Okay. And Debbie, this was on Leonard, the husband. Debbie, his wife, wrote, "I strongly recommend this policy to everyone. We both thought we did not need this coverage, but we took it out not knowing that my husband would suffer a major stroke in less than 2 months. This policy allowed me to be there for my husband the entire 11 months he was in the hospital. 11 months. These funds helped the entire family through this crisis. You cannot imagine the cost to the family when dealing with such a long-term hospital stay. Thank you, Family Heritage." And you see, Zach, it's not that the McGlone families, they were planning to use the policy 2 months after they got it. It just happened and they needed it. And Zach, if all this policy did was give you the ability to get the treatment that you wanted instead of just what you could afford, it'd be well worth having, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And when you think about it, $139 a month or $35 a week, a lot of folks tell me they spend that on cable TV or their cell phone service, or heck, just taking the family out to dinner on a Friday night. Heck, one guy the other day told me he spent that much almost in Starbucks each week, just popping in for a coffee. $5 every day, $30 for the week. You know, when you think about it like that, it wouldn't change your lifestyle at all, would it? So why wait, especially when you know that you get all your money back anyway if you stay healthy? That makes sense, doesn't it? Great. Did you say you do get your mail at the house? What's that address? Guys, that's rebuttal number one right there. Feel, felt, found, testimonial, reclose. Try it today, guys, and try it every day, about 4 or 5 times a day. Anytime you don't get an absolute yes, it works 10 times better than trying to book an appointment to go back and do a second demo again for a spouse. I promise you, the system works. Guys, thanks for being on today. God bless. Can't wait to see the bombs dropping and the families protected and sharing all the love. Have a great day.
Thank you, Van.
You got it. Thanks, guys.